A gun shoots a 0.02 kilogram bullet with a speed of 700 meters per second. If the gun recoils at a speed of 1.95 meters per second, how heavy is the gun? On this problem, ang system natin is about gun and a bullet, both at rest initially. In this lecture video, we turn to perhaps the most important aspect of linear momentum. The fact that yung momentum is a conserved quantity. So again, yung momentum conservation plays a fundamental role in physics similarly to that of the energy conservation. Makikita rin natin dito that yung momentum conservation leads to simplifications in our calculations, making it of a important practical significance. So let's recall that yung net force acting on an object is equal to the rate of change in its momentum as we can see this equation. And kung i-rearrange natin itong expression na to, we find that yung change in momentum during a time interval, si delta P is equal to yung net force and times the delta T. And clearly, kung yung net force acting on an object is 0, this is 0, yung change in momentum is also 0. 0 itong lahat na to. Change in momentum is equal to 0. And writing the change of momentum in terms of its initial and final values, change in momentum is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Again, walang net force na nag-act. So, this is 0. That means that the initial and final momenta are equal. Final momentum is equal to initial momentum. The momentum does not change in this case, and hence we say that yung momentum is conserved. Like the energy, meron tayong tinatawag na law of conservation of momentum. If the net force acting on an object is 0, its momentum is conserved. So this is the final equation kapag conserve yung ating momentum. Eto nga siya. In some cases, yung force is 0 in one direction and non-zero in another. For example, an object in free fall has no force in the x direction. So, yung f sub x natin is 0, pero non-zero component yung force natin kapag dating sa y direction. And as a result, yung x component ng object of momentum remains constant while sa y component of momentum changes with time. Therefore, kapag i-apply natin yung conservation of momentum, kailangan natin tandaan that yung both the force and the momentum are vector quantities and that yung momentum conservation principle applies separately to each coordinate direction. So, initial momentum is equal to final momentum. And yan, or simply momentum before equals the momentum after. And kung i-expand pa natin yung equation natin for the conservation of linear momentum, ito yung kakalabasan. Conservation of momentum for a system of objects. Meron tayong dalawang rule when it comes to system of objects. Letter A, internal forces have absolutely no effect on the net momentum of a system. Pangalawa, if the net external force acting on a system is 0, its net momentum is conserved. That is, momentum A plus momentum B plus momentum C is equal to directly sa momentum A prime or after, pag sinabi nating prime, after na yon, plus momentum B after, plus momentum C after. It is important to remember to point out that itong statements ito apply only to the net momentum of a system and not to the momentum of each individual object. For example, suppose that a system consists of two objects, say object 1 and object 2, and that yung net external force acting on the system is 0. As a result, yung net momentum must remain constant. Example number 1, two groups of canoeists meet in the middle of a lake. After a brief visit, a person in canoe 1 pushes on canoe 2 with a force of 46 Newton to separate the canoes. If the mass of canoe 1 and its occupants is 130 kilograms and the mass of canoe 2 and its occupants is 250 kilograms, find the momentum of each canoe after 1.2 seconds of pushing. In this problem, pipiliin natin yung positive x direction to point from canoe 1 to canoe 2, and with this choice, yung force exerted sa Kano 2, we have 46 Newton. And the force exerted on Kano 1, we have negative 46 Newton. So this is positive. And negative naman yung to the left. First, we find the acceleration of each Kano using the Newton's second law. And then gagamitin natin yung kinematics to find the velocity at the given time. Mapapansin natin that yung Kano starts at rest. Ibig sabihin nun, yung initial velocity is already 0. And finally, pwede na nating makalculate yung momentum ng bawat Kano. So, solve muna natin yung acceleration. Gagamitin natin yung Newton's second law to find the acceleration of the Kano 1. Take note that yung acceleration ng Kano 1 is in the negative x direction. So, acceleration of Kano 1 is equal to the net force of 1 divided by mass 1. By substituting the values, yung force 1, this is negative kasi to the left siya. Lagay natin dito as negative 46 Newton divided by the mass na 130 kilograms. By calculating, acceleration of the Kano 1 is equal to negative 0.35 meters per second square. For Kano 2 naman, ang net force is positive 46 Newton kasi nasa positive direction siya divided by 250 kilograms. By calculating, acceleration of Kano 2 is equal to 0.18 meters per second square positive. To find the final velocity, again, gagamitin na natin yung kinematics like what I have said earlier. For velocity of the Kano 1, this is equal to the initial velocity of the Kano 1 plus A1 times the time. Again, 0 yung ating initial velocity. So, this is 0 na. We have V1 equals, ang acceleration ng Kano 1 natin is negative 0.35 meters per second square times the time. We have given a time na 1.2 seconds. And by calculating, ang velocity ng Kano 1 natin is negative 0.42 meters per second. Velocity naman ng Kano 2, again, 0 ang initial velocity. So, pwedeng, ito na agad ang equation na gagamitin natin. Acceleration of the Kano 2 is equal to positive 0.18 meters per second square times 1.2 seconds. Velocity ng Kano 2 is equal to 0.22 meters per second. Now, to find the momentum of each Kano, lagay na natin dito. Momentum 1 or momentum of Kano 1 is equal to mass 1 times the velocity 1. Ang mass 1 is equal to 130 kilograms times the velocity 1 na 0.42 meters per second negative. And ang value ng momentum of the Kano 1 is equal to negative 55 kilograms meters per second. For Kano 2 naman, momentum, we have 250 kilograms times positive 0.22 meters per second. By calculating, ang Kano 2 natin, momentum is equal to positive 55 kilograms meters per second. The sum of the momenta of the two moving Kanos is 0. Pag pinag-add natin, we have negative 55 for Kano 1 and positive 55 for Kano 2. Pag pinag-add natin, equal yan sa 0. And this is just one would expect. Yung Kano start at rest with 0 momentum. There is 0 net external force acting on the system. And hence, yung final momentum must also be 0. The final velocities do not add to 0. It is momentum that is conserved, hindi yung velocity. So this is example number 1. A moving 8,000 kg vehicle with a speed of 12 meters per second crushes another vehicle at rest. What is the mass of the second vehicle if the two vehicles stick together and move off with a speed of 6.3 meters per second? In this problem, i-consider natin yung motion in one dimension only with the positive direction being the direction of motion of the first vehicle. So this is the first vehicle. the 8,000 kilograms vehicle na nagmo-move ng 12 meters per second to the right. And ito naman yung isang vehicle na kanyang babanggain. Naka-rest lang yung vehicle. Ibig sabihin yung kanyang initial velocity is 0 and ito yung initial velocity nung 8,000 kg na vehicle. Hindi natin alam yung mass nito dahil siya yung hinahanap. And then after nila mag-crash, nagdikit sila and gumalaw in one direction. And silang dalawa, after nila magdikit, meron na silang speed na 6.3 meters per second. Kasi eto na silang dalawa. Gumagalaw na sila ng 6.3 meters per second. Hindi natin alam yung mass ng second vehicle. Now, by conservation of momentum, again, walang external force na nag-aak sa kanila. Therefore, yung final momentum is equal to the initial momentum. So, this is the vehicle A and this is the vehicle B. Momentum of A plus momentum of B, final, lagyan natin ng prime, and this is equal to momentum of A initial plus momentum of B initial. Now, for the initial, ilagay muna natin as mass of A times the velocity of A plus mass of B times the velocity of B. And sa final naman, we have mass of A times the final velocity of A prime plus mass of B times the final velocity of B prime. Again, after nung crash nilang dalawa, isa na lang yung kanilang velocity. Ibig sabihin, itong quantities na to is equal na velocity A prime is equal to velocity B prime, or pwedeng isulat na lang natin as velocity prime na lang. Now, mass A plus mass B, if in-factor out na natin yung velocity, since isa lang naman siya, velocity prime, and this is equal to mass A times velocity A. Again, yung vehicle B ay nag-start from rest, so 0 ito, 0 yung kanyang velocity, yung initial. By, ito na ngayon yung ating gagamitin na equation. We just have to derive to solve for the mass ng vehicle B. And to solve again for the mass of the vehicle B, since nag-0 tayo dito, i-distribute ulit natin yung final velocity nilang dalawa. MA times V prime plus MB times V prime. This is equal to MA VA. Continuing here, mass B times V prime is equal to mass A times velocity A. And ito, nilagay na natin dito, we have negative mass A, velocity prime. We divide both sides by V prime. Para matira lang ito, we can cancel out this V prime here. Mass of the vehicle B is equal to, mass A is equal to 8,000 kilograms. Pwede na natin siyang ilabas. 8,000 kilograms. Factor out. Velocity A natin is equal to 12 meters per second. Minus, ang velocity prime natin, or the final velocity nilang dalawa, we have 6.3 meters per second divided by 6.3 meters per second. By calculating, ang mass ng vehicle B natin is equal to 7,238.10 kilograms. So this is example number 2. Example number 3. A gun shoots a 0.02 kilogram bullet with a speed of 700 meters per second. If the gun recoils at a speed of 1.95 meters per second, how heavy is the gun? So in this problem, ang system natin is about gun and a bullet, both at rest initially. So nagkaroon lang silang pareho ng motion, gumalaw yung bullet ng 700 meters per second and nang-recoil yung gun ng 1.95 meters per second after ma-pull yung trigger. So after that, again, nagkaroon ng explosion, of course, inside dun sa shell ng bullet, and then naghiwalay silang dalawa. Say for example, x-coordinate ulit ang gagamitin natin dito, and yung bullet ay nag-move to the right, which we assume the positive x direction. Ito, this is the positive. And yung gun naman ay nag-recoil to the left during the very short time interval nung paghiwalay nilang dalawa. Pwede natin i-assume that yung external forces in this system is very small, so pwedeng i-ignore na lang. Thus, pwede nating i-apply yung conservation of momentum at least approximately. Initial momentum is equal to final momentum. For example, this is the gun. This is the bullet. Nakares pa silang dalawa. Yung kanilang initial velocity, yung initial velocity ni gun is equal to 0, initial. And yung initial velocity ni bullet is also equal to 0. And after that, eto na yung gun, nung nag-recoil na siya, to the left. And eto na yung bullet, to the right. Ang velocity na ni gun is equal to, final na ito, 1.95 meters per second. While si bullet naman, ito yung bullet, velocity bullet final is equal to 700 meters per second. Ang tinatanong sa atin is gaano kabigat yung gun or ano yung mass ng gun. Initial momentum is equal to mass of the bullet times the velocity of the bullet, and this is initial, plus mass ng gun times the velocity of the gun equals mass ng bullet times the velocity of the bullet prime, as an indication na final or momentum after siya, plus mass ng gun times the velocity of gun prime or final. Again, yung initial velocities natin for gun and the bullet is 0. So 0 na ito. 0 is equal to mass of the bullet times velocity of the bullet prime plus mass ng gun times velocity of the gun prime. Ang hinahanap sa atin is yung mass ng gun. So, mass ng gun times the velocity ng gun prime is equal to, ito, nilagay natin sa kabila, this is negative na mass of the bullet times velocity of the bullet prime. We divide both sides by velocity ng gun prime. Ayan. Para makancel ito. Mass of the gun is equal to negative. Mass ng bullet is 0.02 kilograms. Times ang velocity naman ng bullet prime, yung momentum after is 700 meters per second divided by the velocity of the gun. Yung momentum after is equal to 1.95 meters per second. Take note that yung velocity na 1.95 meters per second ng gun is to the left. Ibig sabihin, ilalagay natin yung kanyang direction na negative. Mass of the gun by calculating is equal to negative 0.02 kilograms times 700 meters per second divided by negative 1.95 meters per second. Ang value ng mass of the gun is equal to 7.18 kilograms. So this is the value of the mass of the gun. Since mas malaki yung mass nung gun kesa dun sa bullet, yung recoil velocity is much less than the bullet. And yung negative sign indicates that yung velocity and momentum of the gun is in the negative x direction, opposite to that of the bullet. So this is example number 3. Example number 4. A 61 kilogram person stands on a 320 kilogram log that floats on a pond. Both the log and the person are at rest initially. In addition, the log points directly toward the shore, which we take to be the positive direction. If the person throws with a velocity of 1.8 meters per second relative to the shore, what is the velocity of the log relative to the shore? Ignore friction between the log and the water. In this problem, we are asked to find the velocity of the log after mag-trot or tumalon ng person papunta dun sa shore. So again, gagamitin natin ito ng conservation of momentum dahil wala namang ibang external force na nag-act sa kanilang dalawa. Initially, nung nakatayo pa lang yung person dun sa log, they have no initial velocity, both. So velocity initial ni person, initial is equal to 0. Same with the log, initial, this is also 0. So by conservation of momentum, momentum initial is equal to momentum final. Mass ni person times the velocity ni person plus mass ni log times the velocity of the log, and this is equal to the final momentum dahil wala namang net force na nag-act. Mass of the log times the velocity of the lag final, so lagyan natin ng prime, plus mass ni person times the velocity ni person final. 0 yung initial velocity ni person at ni lag, so this is 0 na agad. Considering yung positive ay yung right side, eto, yung 1.8 meters per second na final velocity ni person, or say velocity ni person prime na lang, is 1.8 meters per second relative to the shore. This is positive. And yung hinahanap na velocity ng lag after is magiging negative na kasi to the left na siya. Supposedly, dapat negative na ito. Now, solving, so this is 0 equals mass ng lag times the velocity ng lag prime plus mass ni person times the velocity ni person prime. Solving for the velocity of the lag prime, mass ng lag times velocity ng lag prime, this is equal to, magiging negative na to, mass ni person times the velocity of the person prime. We divide both sides by the mass of the lag. So we can cancel, and matitira is yung velocity ng lag prime. Siya na yung velocity na hinahanap natin. So this is equal to negative, ang mass ni person is 61 kilograms times velocity ni person, we have 1.8 meters per second. Yan ay velocity niya after niyang mag-jump papunta dun sa shore. Over, ang mass ng lag, we have 320 kilograms. By calculating, ang velocity ng lag is equal to negative 0.343 meters per second. Again, negative yung sign ng velocity ng lag kasi nasa negative direction siya papunta, papalayo dun sa shore. And as expected, the lag moves away from the shore in the minus x direction or the negative x direction and with a speed of 0.34 meters per second. That is less than the speed of the person. We have 1.8 meters per second. With these speeds, yung magnitude of the lag's momentum is equal to the magnitude of the person's momentum. Yung velocity ng lag mas maliit pero mas malaki yung kanyang mass, while si person naman mas mabilis pero mas magaan yung kanyang mass. So this is example number 4.